reciting of the Pledge of Allegiance. Will everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the Texas flag?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible. Thank you. You may be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you all this morning our lamb judge. We have Mr. Caden Alexander standing in the middle. Let's give him a big round of applause. Mr. Alexander is from Waller, Texas. He grew up showing cattle and goats across the country. He was a part of a very competitive high school livestock judging team, which was crowned as national champions at the American Royal in 2022. From there, he was a part of Blind's team of the year 23-24. After Blind College, he transferred to Texas A&M to be a part of the livestock judging team's history there. He's currently pursuing a degree in Ag Leadership and Development at Texas A&M University and manages the Wilder Family Farm Show Barn in Snack, Texas. Welcome back, Mr. Alexander. Judging showmanship will be Mr. Weston Hintz, right next to my left. Let's give him a big round of applause. Mr. Hintz is from Burton, Texas. Weston grew up on his family's club calf operation in Barton, Texas, exhibiting barrows and cattle around the nation. He also participated heavily in livestock judging growing up, eventually leading to 2 state championships and becoming a national champion before graduating high school. This led to a college livestock judging career at Blind College, where Weston had tremendous success being a part of the 2-time national champion team in 2023-2024, while also being crowned National Team of the Year. After that, he graduated from Texas A&M University and now helps countless juniors across the state with their livestock. Thank you, Mr. Hintz, for being here with us. All righty, we're going to get started with our lightweight lamb division. We've got 7 exhibitors, lightweight lamb division. We have exhibitor 25, Camila Alvarado, 164, Rudy Salinas, 41, Alisa Chapa, 132, Olivia Ojeda, 44, Oscar Chapa, 131, Marcus Ojeda, and 134, Sofia Oyarzabal. Judge, this is your lightweight class.
really great way to start off the day. And I think the young lady that's going to go ahead and win does it pretty easily. That one's big chested, round in the turn to its rib cage. That one's top shape is the biggest, squarest, and freshest. Get behind that sheep. That one's pin width is extremely opened up. That one's lower leg and stifle shape is extremely good. And then it's the fact that that one's able to combine it with a still bounce look from the side is extremely well. I like that sheep a good bit. Young man that's going to go ahead and come in a second, I think most closely resembles our winner's type and kind in turn of being wide constructed, good body, and having a mention. That one does it in a softer and shorter package. That one's a shot lower in its scale. That one just doesn't touch as fresh as our winner. Young lady that's going to go ahead and be in third, I think that one again is one that's wide constructed, good in the turn to its rib cage. You get behind it, that one's wide pin and massive in its lower leg and stifle shape. That one becomes the plainest out of its chest floor. That one becomes the plainest to the touch comparative of the top three. Young lady that's going to go ahead and be fourth, that one from the side can hit you with a really good look. That one's long and thin about its neck, ties in high out of the top side of a short shoulder blade. That one's extension right behind it is extremely good. That one's fresh shaped. That one becomes the narrowest constructed of the top four. That one becomes the flattest sided and the lightest muscled. These three that are going to go ahead and come in into the class, still sheep that are very nice in terms of cutability. Those are lean made sheep that are extremely large scaled. Those become the ones that give up the most in terms of scale to width, body shape, and muscle. Still a really nice class. Let's give them all a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, if anybody has seen one of our big checks, y'all know where it's at, can you please let us know if you've seen it? We're missing one of the big checks, please. Ladies and gentlemen, in lightweight lamb division, first place goes to exhibitor number 25, Camila Alvarado. Second place goes to number 164, Rudy Salinas. Third place goes to number 134, Sofia Oyarzabal. Sorry. Fourth place goes to number 41, Alisa Chapa. Fifth place goes to number 132, Olivia Ojeda. And sixth place goes to number 44, Oscar Chapa. Junior showmanship from this class, we're going to need 25, Camila Alvarado, 41, Alisa Chapa. And senior showmanship, Sofia Oyarzabal and Rudy Salinas. Medium weight, coming into the show ring. In this class, we have 45, Osvaldo Chapa, 59, Selma Lizondo, 61, Carissa Flores, 73, Sofia Garcia, 79, Luis Garza, 135, Jaylisa Paredes, 139, Sofia Paredes, 161, Lenny Salinas, and 167, Eduardo Sanchez. 9 exhibitors. Judge, this is your medium weight class.
two really, really nice sheep to judge through here at the top end of things. These are the best carcass sheep, and they're the best show sheep of the class. That's where you got to think a little bit deeper. And then in motion is where this one young man that's going to go ahead and lead off has the advantage. That one's more laid back and relaxed in its shoulder. That one, again, uses its hip and hind leg just a shot better. And then I think hands-on, that one does come wider and more aggressive in its rack shape. That one probably does transition into a staler loin edge. Not that he's not fresh, just comparatively to the one young lady's right there in second, who from the side is an absolute killer. That one's head and neck and how it attaches out of its shoulder is extremely good. That one touches fresh. That one's got plenty of lower leg and stifle shape in motion. That one wants to work up in its spine. That one comparatively doesn't come with the same kind of round and aggressive turn to its forerib compared to our class winner. Still two extremely nice sheep up there at the top end. Young man that's going to go ahead and be third, that's no slouch by any means. That one from the side can hit you with an extremely extended and athletic look. That one touches fresh. That one becomes athletic in motion. That one comparatively is narrower constructed, flat in the turn to its rib cage. Doesn't come with the same kind of punch as those two right ahead of him. Young man that's going to go ahead and be fourth, I think he does an extremely good job of getting this one shown. That one's head and neck and the way it ties in high out of the top side of a short blade is extremely good. That one touches a shot softer comparative to the top four. That one still, in terms of being able to combine the right kind of skeletal width and dimension with a still balanced look from the side, is all very good. Just a shot soft. Nothing to take away from these that are going to be on the other end of the class. Still sheep that are extremely high quality. Just cutability concerns with some of them. Just some of them get outpowered in terms of these top four. Still a really nice class. Let's give them all a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, the medium weight class, first place goes to number 79, Luis Garza. Ready? Show me your ribbon. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Second place goes to number 73, Sofia Garcia. Third place goes to number 160, Lenny Salinas. Fourth place goes to number 167, Eduardo Sanchez. Fifth place goes to number 59, Selma Elizondo. And sixth place goes to number 139, Sofia Paredes. Your ribbon. There you go. Congratulations, exhibitors. For showmanship, junior showmanship, Luis Garza and Jaylisa Paredes. Intermediate, Osvaldo Chapa. Senior showmanship, Selma Elizondo, Sofia Garcia, Sofia Paredes, and Eduardo Sanchez. This is for senior showmanship. Next, we have our medium heavy weight lamb. We have 8 exhibitors. Ready? Ready, Judge? Yes. We have Jaime Salinas, exhibitor number 160. Roberto C. Paredes, exhibitor 138. 173, Nia Soto. 174, Paul Soto. 88, Emilio Gonzalez. 139, Sofia Paredes. 106, Christopher Lopez. 59, Selma Elizondo.
Salud.
Judge, this is your medium heavyweight class.
Really fun class of sword that I think has a lot of differences throughout top through bottom. Young man that's ultimately going to be my winner, I think from the side hits you as the highest quality, and I still think can be called a really good carcass animal. That one from the side is tucked up in his chest. That one's head and neck ties in high out of the shoulder. That one's level from his shoulder to hip. That one's the underlying progression reached to be the most youthful and athletic, and I think one that just bounces up extremely good from the side and then can still touch good enough, I think is really good. Young man that's going to go ahead and come in a second, I think can maybe rival our class winner in terms of just carcass quality and muscle on top of it. That one's rib cage is opened up. That one's rib cage is bold and round about it. That's why he touches so big and square over his rack. He still transitions into a plenty fresh loin edge, one that just doesn't maybe get picked up from the side as much as I want. Maybe a sheep, that one's chest to flank ratio isn't quite as unique as the one that's going to go ahead and win. Still a really nice sheep. Young man that's going to go ahead and come in a third, I think that one from the side hits you as another high quality animal. That one's long about his head and neck. That one's shallow and athletic in his underline. That one's hip and hind legs still reach to be correct. That one touches still incredibly fresh. That one becomes a flatter and narrower constructed one that gives too much up compared to the two ahead of him. Young lady is going to go ahead and be fourth. I think that one, his touch is really extremely good, big and fresh over his rack. That one's loin edge still touches wide and square around about it. That one becomes a frailer footed sheep. That one never wanted to set down in his spine from the side, never hit me with the same kind of bounce look from the side comparative to some of the ones ahead of him. Young man that's going to go ahead and be fifth today, I think that one initially from outside hits you as a wide constructed, big footed sheep who's bolder than turned to a rib cage. That one, get on top of it, looks to be wide and aggressive. Touching that one is where I get a shot disappointed. That one becomes the softest of the top five. That one becomes the plainest in their shape and muscle. Still a really nice sheep. Nothing to take away from these sheep on the other end. Those become the narrower constructed, flatter sided sheep that just give up too much muscle. Still, structural integrity is not a problem with these sheep. It's just more of a muscle pounds of product thing. Still really nice class. Let's give them all a round of applause. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, mic check. Ladies and gentlemen, first place goes to number 88, Emilio Gonzalez. Second place goes to number 160, Jaime Salinas. Third place goes to number 174, Paul Soto. Fourth place goes to number 139, Sofia Paredes. Fifth place goes to number 138, RC Paredes. And sixth place goes to number 106, Christopher Lopez. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Congratulations, exhibitors. Showmanship Intermediate, Emilio Gonzalez, and Junior Showmanship, Jaime Salinas. Next, we have the heavyweight class. Whenever y'all are ready. 7 exhibitors. Exhibitor number 25, Camila Alvarado. 136, Kirby Paredes. 167, Eduardo Sanchez. 170, Luis Serna. 45, Osvaldo Chapa. 73, Sofia Paredes. Sorry, Sofia Garcia. My bad, sorry. Sofia Garcia. Yes, one more. And number 138, Roberto Paredes. Judge, this is your heavyweight class.
Really, really nice class winner. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't that one as soon as it came in the ring. That's your combination sheep of the class. That one's big constructed. That one's bold and round in the turn to its rib cage. That one touches the best in this class and still has the most amount of mass from in its lower leg and stifle shape. And then that one's skeleton and how it combines it with the right kind of balanced look from the side is pretty unique. I like that sheep a good bit. Nothing to take away from young lady's sheep. That's going to go ahead and be second. That one touches fresh over its rack and loin. That one from the side can still hit you with a nice and level top line. That one's hip and hind leg set, reach to be correct. That one comparatively just doesn't come with the same kind of overwhelming mass and muscle as our winner. That one comparatively wants to drop in its chest floor and tuck up in its flank ever so slightly. A lot of the same things can be said about this young man's sheep in the third. That one's wide constructed, big footed. That one touches extremely good over its rack. That one transitions into a staler loin edge. That one's chest to flank ratio just isn't quite right. Young man that's going to go ahead and be fourth, I think that one from the ground up is built correctly. That one's big footed at the surface. That one's shoulder blade and how short it is but still set back into it is extremely good. That one in motion, that one's hip and hind leg reaches extremely good. That one still can be called a dimensional sheep, but I think it's due to the fact that that one has a shot extra cover. That one becomes the lowest cut ability sheep of the top four. Touches softer over its rack and forerib, touches plainer over its loin. Still a really nice sheep. Nothing to take away from these three gentlemen over here on the other end. Those are still high quality sheep and probably the deepest class we've seen today. Still, those are the ones that become narrower constructed, flatter sided, give up too much muscle comparatively. Still a really nice class. Let's give them all a round of applause.
Marcus Ojeda will also come back for intermediate showmanship. Marcus Ojeda. Ladies and gentlemen, the heavyweight class, first place goes to 73, Sofia Garcia. Second place goes to number 25, Camila Alvarado. Third place goes to number 167, Eduardo Sanchez. Fourth place goes to number 138, RC Paredes. Fifth place goes to number 170, Luis Serna. And sixth place goes to number 136, Kirby Paredes. Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Junior showmanship from this class, Kirby Paredes, and intermediate showmanship, Luis Serna. Also for intermediate showmanship, Paul Soto will come back also. Intermediate, Paul Soto. And Marcus Ojeda.
It's been a really, really fun sheep show. Lots of quality throughout this set of sheep today, and especially these top 8 out here. And not to say anything less than that the kids are even better. I do think that muscle matters in sheep, the whole bunch. I do think that skeletons matter whenever we're showing show sheep. I think there's one out here whenever in terms of being able to combine it, becomes a man amongst boys. I'll go shake your champion's hand. I do think there's one out here that most closely resembles our winner's type and kind in terms of having the right kind of muscle and the right kind of skeleton. This person does a really nice job of getting this one shown. This one I think does a lot of the same things, just maybe in a smaller package. Young man right here will be your reserve. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, your grand champion lamb goes to Sofia Garcia. The grand champion buckle was donated by South Texas Fall Classic, Mario Betolanis and Lourdes de los Santos. Congratulations, Sophie. Maybe stand behind her. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Also, Sophie will be receiving a premium check courtesy of Laredo Ranch Heights for Grand Champion Lamb in the amount of $2,000. Congratulations, Sophia. Great job. Ladies and gentlemen, reserve champion lamb goes to Luis Garza. The reserve champion buckle was donated in loving memory of Javier Chito de los Santos Jr., Lourdes de los Santos and family. Congratulations, Luis. Okay. Then we need to call Sophia back if she wants. Okay. Hold on, let me take this picture first. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Let's go. Also, Louis, y'all go ahead and sit up there. Let me take a picture then first and not to you. Also, Louis will be receiving a premium sponsored check from Laredo Ranch Heights for being reserve champion in the amount of $1,000. Congratulations, Louis. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Got it. Okay. And let me have Sophie back.
Yeah, she's here. Showmanship ones.
Showmanship, senior showmanship, we're going to get started with that one first. Senior showmanship, as soon as we're done here. Once again, we want to thank Laredo Ranch Heights for being our Lamb Show sponsor. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you, Mikey Maciel. Thank you so much. Yes. Oh, Next, we have the Senior Showmanship Drive, and we have Sofia Oyarzabal, Rudy Salinas, Selma Elizondo, Sofia Garcia, Sofia Paredes, Eduardo Sanchez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 exhibitors, 6 seniors. Again, Sofia Oyarzabal, Rudy Salinas, Selma Elizondo, Sofia Garcia, Sofia Paredes, and Eduardo Sanchez. 6 seniors. 2, 6. We ready? We ready, Judge? Senior Showmanship Drive. We have Eduardo Sanchez, Rudy Salinas, Selma Elizondo, Sofia Paredes, Sofia Oyarzabal, and Sofia Garcia. Judge, this is your senior showmanship class.
Well, like I said yesterday, it's a pleasure to be here, but I got to judge the hogs, the actual show yesterday, and I told Caden he had the harder job doing showmanship, and I think I got stuck with that today. These kids are really good. Let's give them a round of applause. I'm going to tell you a little bit of what I'm looking for whenever they come in. Pretty simple. I just like you to get your animals set, get them looking the best they possibly can for that animal. They're all different, and you can kind of work them different to kind of show different problems out of them. And I went through and asked them 2 questions. I asked them what they thought their biggest problem in each one of their animals was, and what they thought they could actually, if they could do anything to show that out of them and fix that. And then I asked them to explain what cutability was to me, and some of them got it good and hit it on the head, and some of them not quite as much. But I think these exhibitors are doing a tremendous amount of job. To me, it sorts down to the 2 exhibitors on either side of the lineup here, and I think they're both doing a tremendous job. Today, it just boils down to my preference. The young man up in the front will be our champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, your senior showmanship champion goes to Eduardo Sanchez. The senior showmanship buckle was donated by the Coronado family in loving memory of Raul and Noelia Coronado. Congratulations, Lalo. Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Good job. Thank you, exhibitors. Great job. Y'all may start exiting the show ring. Next, we have intermediate showmanship. I believe we have 5. Marcus Ojeda, Osvaldo Chapa, Emilio Gonzalez, Paul Soto, and Luis Serna. 5 showmanship, 5, yes. Luis Serna, Paul Soto, Emilio Gonzalez, Osvaldo Chapa, and Marcus Ojeda. We have Paul Soto, Luis Serna, Emilio Gonzalez, Osvaldo Chapa, and Marcus Ojeda. Judge, this is your intermediate showmanship class.
well, certainly another great group of showmen that come out here for our intermediate division, and we got all guys out here, so I'm not sure what happened to the girls, or they might be lucky that none of the girls came out here to smoke them down today. But they're doing a great job, all 5 of these exhibitors, and I think there's one that there's 2 of them to me that come in and get their sheep more set up, and then there's one that when we got him on the move, I think that that sheep traveled and kept his head with more natural head carriage, just looked more comfortable with that showman, and for me that allowed that animal to look better whenever he got out and went around the ring. The young man right here in the middle will be our champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, your intermediate showmanship champion goes to Emilio Gonzalez. The intermediate showmanship buckle was donated by Dr. Joel C. Rodriguez, DVM, and it is being presented by his father, Fernando Rodriguez. Congratulations, Milo. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Great job, exhibitors. Y'all may start exiting the show ring. Next, we have the junior division, junior showmanship drive. Camila Alvarado, Alisa Chapa, Luis Garza, Jaylisa Paredes, Jaime Salinas, and Kirby Paredes. 2, 3, 4, 6. We should have 6 exhibitors. Once again, Camila Alvarado, Alisa Chapa, aquí está Luis. Yeah, there you go. We're good. Ready, Judge? All righty. Yes. Okay, so we have Luis Garza, Camila Alvarado, Kirby Paredes, Jaylisa Paredes, Alisa Chapa, and Jaime Salinas. Judge, this is your junior showmanship class.
Well, I won't keep you long for this junior showmanship division. I watched them all throughout the show, and I kind of know who I liked, and that I think all these exhibitors deserve to be back out here, certainly. And I think that our top few in this division, the other divisions better be glad that they weren't in there, because there's a few in here that could compete with them any day, and I think that they do a tremendous job getting their animal shown. So let's give them a round of applause. I think there's two individuals out here that kind of sort up in my mind of how they work with their animal and get them stuck. You can tell that they did their homework at home. I think one of them's a little calmer in their nature and how they get out and work with that animal, and the other one's a bit more intense. And I don't mind either way. But today I think the one that's going to win actually does get a little fast for me at times in terms of how he just seemed a little worked up in the ring, but I think that she does a tremendous job. The girl in the green shirt's going to be our champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, our junior showmanship champion goes to Camila Alvarado. The junior showmanship buckle was donated by Mr. and Mrs. Jose and Yvette Dodieran family. Congratulations, Camila. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and great job. One more. This concludes our lamb show. Ladies and gentlemen, exhibitors, y'all may start walking out of the show ring. Once again, we want to give a tremendous thank you to Laredo Ranch Heights, our lamb show sponsor. Let's give them a big round of applause. Also, 2:00 p.m., be back for the goat show. Don't stay behind, don't walk far. Goat show at 2:00, and then we also have the super special show at 3:30. So stick around, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.